Hello and welcome to Game Hub, the show that's all about video games. I'm Gerald and this is my co-host Brandon.
Today we'll be talking about upcoming big games, current big games, and video game nostalgia. So, Gerald, what games can we expect to see in 2012?
Well, Brandon, let's start out with Guild Wars 2. As you may recall, Guild Wars 1 was released way back when in 2005, and we have been waiting a long time for a sequel to hit. A lot of hints have gone out to say that Guild Wars 2 will be coming out late this upcoming year. There's no official release date for it yet, but we'll keep everybody posted if details change.
Next, we have World of Warcraft, Mists of Pandaria. The new World of Warcraft game will include a new class to play, the Monk. The Monk class will be able to choose which faction they want to join at level 10. Also, there will be a new race called the Pandarians. It seems like there's going to be a lot of MMO games hitting the shelves around 2012.
That's right, Brandon. And you can add Terra Online to that list. This is a real live-action game. The players will be able to dodge attacks, making the player have to constantly move to defeat the enemies.
The Metal Gear Solid series has been one of the best series in gaming history, and they continue to produce more great hits. The game's storyline will be based around Raiden.
I am so excited for that game to come out. Any idea when it's going to be released, Brandon?
The release date is yet to be decided.
Oh, boo. Well, Prototype 2 is going to be one awesome sequel to one of the most creative games I have ever seen. This game is going to be a sandbox-style game that will allow you to do different objectives whenever you feel like it. This game is set to be released on April 24th, 2012.
Whatever happened to Master Chief? Bungie saying they're not going to make another Halo. However, 343 Studios has jumped in and taken over the driver's seat in the continuation of one of the greatest FPS games ever made. Not much information has been said about this game, but we can expect it in late 2012.
Wow, that's a lot to look forward to this upcoming year.
You bet, Gerald.
When we come back, we'll be discussing the top video games out there on the market today, so stick around.
Welcome back to Game Hub. It's time now for the top games in the market today. We'll start it off with Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. This game is everything video game enthusiasts want in a game. Long play hours, full character customization, unscripted boss fights, medieval weaponry, loud booming death yells, the works. Definitely in the running for Game of the Year. And then we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. The game has made many men and women hermits. Debuting at midnight, it outsold Battlefield 3 in pre-orders and general sales. The Shelf Exploder has answered a lot of unanswered questions and given many nerdgasm with its story and multiplayer combined. IGN stated that Call of Duty always has had game characters who would believe in, which is true. Soap and Captain Price are both characters that have captured the trigger-happy attention of the masses. Next one on the list is Assassin's Creed Revelations. The fourth installment in the Assassin's Creed series has pleased console gamers and at the same time disappointed PC gamers for making them wait for an extra 2 weeks to be released. The game follows the same hidden blade and stealth game style but takes the storyline to a whole new level. Given new costumes, Ezio looks more badass than ever with the beard and weapons to show it. Next, we have the highly anticipated conclusion to the amazing game series, Gears of War 3. With the phrase, brothers to the end, being branded on everything that advertised the game, it has made Gears of War 3 all the more desirable to find out what it meant. Being an action-packed grub glowy killer, Gears of War 3 makes it easy to get attached to characters that you've grown to know and love over the years. Although the primary series is over, there is still room for Epic Games to make a prequel to Epic Gears of War to fill any holes in the gamers have found, which seems like a lot of uncovered territory from the storylines of the three games. Last on the list is Batman Arkham City. The extremely highly anticipated sequel to Batman Arkham Asylum broke the shelves with the ability to not only play as Batman, but as Nightwing, Catwoman, and Robin. This has surprised gamers everywhere. There are updated challenge modes and a story mode to die for. The Joker makes his epic return as villain of villains among some familiar faces in the Batman world. Having pleased gamers worldwide, Arkham City has only had one major complaint, and that's having too much to do. That's all the time we have today for our current market game section. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Game Hub's video game nostalgia portion. I'm Gerald and I'll be hosting today's episode. Let's start off with that classic game that most everyone knows, Super Mario Bros. From way back when in 1985, as you all know, this game has been the cornerstone for Nintendo across the world and across all its systems. Starting out from 8-bit technology all the way up to HD, this game has proven successful on all accounts. Next on the list, we have Final Fantasy VII, originally released in 1997 on the PlayStation 1, but re-released in 1998 on the PC, and then again in 2009 on the PlayStation Network for downloads. There have been many spin-off sequels that have emerged over the years from this game, including a movie, but many people didn't complain because this game has been a part of their lives as much as it has been a part of mine. Final Fantasy VII was a major game in the Square Enix game series, which changed the standard for RPGs everywhere. Unlike many game series, obvious aging has occurred to Solid Snake in the Metal Gear Solid series over the years, but that's quite all right because no one really cares about it because Solid Snake is also an awesome character who does many things. Legend of Zelda has been exploding from our past since 1986 in this game series. It's always just about the same story, yet everyone loves it. For all of its 15 games, never has one been released as something that wasn't created by Nintendo, and they intend to keep it that way. Nintendo has plans for an upcoming game on the Wii U system, which doesn't have a release date yet. With popular heroes, villains, weapons, locations, and the infamous kidnapped princess, this game has become one of the few games on the market that have captured the hearts of those young, old, and that awkward in-between stage. Now we'll turn to the game that has scared the bejeebus out of me when I first played this game at the ripe old age of 5. Resident Evil, the classic original survival horror video game. From being released in 1996, it has been a great series that have made a large amount of people paranoid about sketchy-looking mansions, pharmaceutical companies, and humans' hunger for flesh. This series, which has been bouncing around from system to system, has given almost everyone a chance to join in on the fun, releasing out all of your anger on cannibalistic digital monsters. Another game that deserves to be on this list is my personal favorite games series of all time, Pokemon. This game has been an inspiration for my generation and those after. The primary message of this game was, it may be tough, but don't give up on your dreams. Originally released in the US in 1998, this game was perfect for youngsters during holidays and birthdays. Not only did it keep us occupied, it gave us something to look forward to, the next game. Pokemon is a game that is timeless, whereas they change it up a little bit, adding new characters, new Pokemon here and there, but still, it's the same lovable game where every kid gets to go on an adventure. Concluding GameHub's video game nostalgia section of the show is none other than the great Street Fighter, the fighting game to make all fighting games to stop and look at what they've done with their lives. The first of many installments of this series was just re-releases of the same game with terms like Super, Hyper, Mega, World Champion, Double, Triple, and Extreme Editions attached to the end of it. This was released in 1987. Street Fighter has always been a cross-platform video game, making bank from PlayStation all the way to your local bowling alley lobby. Although Street Fighter has evolved from a side-scrolling fight style to more of an open arena still consumed mainly by side-scrolling but more of an 8-way directional movement bonus, it has captured the fighting interest of millions. And that's all the time we have for video game nostalgia. So we're going to take a little break, be back in a little while. Alright, welcome back, guys. Alright, you hear about Minecraft? Because that wasn't on our list, though.
Yeah, I've played it a little bit. I've bought it, $10, cheap game.
Oh yeah, I heard it's really good. Like, it's really creative.
It is. You end up with this huge open world, hundreds of millions of blocks you can play with.
Yeah. I mean, we fiddled around with it on our own time.
Yeah, I mean, we built tunnels, we built hills, we made houses, we blew everything up.
Yeah, I remember all those countless times we made just tunnels upon tunnels of TNT just digging right into the earth. Well, thanks for watching Game Hub, everyone. It's been a pleasure opening up the world of gaming to everyone. This has been Gerald Marafiotti.
And Brandon Reed here at Game Hub. See you next time, folks.